Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some webtoons and manga. I recommend purchasing the official scans or translations and reading along with those open as well, for a better reading experience and to support the creators behind the works that I react to in my streams. Links are in the description. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon, so subscribe to or follow SomeEuropeanChick if you want to read along and suggest what to read next. Now without further ado, let's read.
Vagabond. Volume 7. We're already at Volume 7. Now I've made it clear. Oh. Neighbors making noise. I've made it clear that concerning Vagabond, I'm gonna give it 10 to 15 chapters to convince me. Volumes to convince me to continue. If I'm still not convinced by then I'm not gonna read it anymore. And I'm gonna decide. Hi Epi. Yeah, your sarcasm off the roofs. Anyway, whether it's gonna be 10 volumes or 15, I'm gonna decide when I get to volume 10. Like, maybe if I feel like reading more, then I'll give it another 5 volumes. But yeah, this is what I'm allowing myself to go through. Bro, we won't judge you if you spontaneously decide to read Chainsaw Man. No, you will. No, I can't do that. Nah. I'll not do that. Chainsaw Man on Monday. But yeah, Vagabond, Volume 7. Now 3 more volumes for me to make the first decision round. Maybe, okay, look. Okay, Big Elda time. What did I want to say? I think I'm sure I said that in other videos before too. Vagabond, I understand why people love it. Okay? I also understand that Inoue is a great mangaka. I also understand that the story of Musashi, the historical one and the one depicted in the novel, is super relatable, inspiring, full of wisdom and so on. I understand why people love it, okay? The art is fantastic. Historical accuracy, there are some parts that I wish were done better. But it's okay, like, it feels real, like the violence, the daily violence in the daily lives, it's shown perfectly. So I see the merits of Vagabond. The reason why I'm saying I'm giving it just 3 or 5 or so more volumes is because it's boring to me. It sounds so bad, but it's not because I'm such a shallow, non-introspective person. Have you watched my videos? I try to dissect things that are thrown my way. Okay? I'm reading 1 chapter for an hour. I do love using my brain and being overwhelmed because I'm so dumb, okay? Or having things touch me emotionally. I do love that, you know? It's just that Vagabond is not giving that to me. I will double down on what I said in a previous stream. I think with especially seinen or most, okay, everyone has that one manga or anime that is super special to them. That basically it has become part of their personality, is the love of their life and so on. That they can associate with their heart and their being, okay? Everyone has that, probably. And I think for you to have that, you need to read that in your formative years. For it to have such an effect on you that you're still passionate about it, that it touched you in such a way that it changed your life, kind of, or the outlook on your life. So, formative years, or maybe at a point where you needed that story specifically, okay? I'm past my formative years. I'm 26. And I have that manga already that did that to me. It's Berserk. So, Vagabond is not giving me anything new. Like, when it comes to self-realization or, you know, pondering about life, about, I don't know, society, the universe, my position in life, what my path is supposed to be, stuff like that. I don't get that anymore. I'm gonna repeat, I'm 26. I've had enough time to go through that mental process and that emotional growth so far. I'm not saying I'm done and nothing's gonna ever change. I'm just saying I'm going through that already in life itself. You know, I'm reading so many, like I'm studying in university. I have people that I talk to. I have media that I consume. So many media, different types of media that I consume. I'm basically, I'm a well that has been filled. I don't think anything that I watch or read or so can change me anymore. Like, and have such an impact on me that I'm gonna relate my life to it. I don't think that can happen anymore. I do have some manga that I find super inspiring in a sense, like if I want to be a writer, this is where I'm gonna look towards. This is what I'm gonna hold myself to, this type of standard. That, yes, I do see that in so many places. But for me as a person, like the growth for me as a person, that type of inspiration, I don't think I can find anywhere anymore because my outlook on life is such that I'm pretty much stable, you know. I'm stable and I'm at peace with myself. So I don't think anything can come in, that anything out there has some space to come in between me and myself anymore. If that makes any sense to you. Which is why Vagabond is not giving me anything in the inspiration, like for writing purposes or, I don't know, creative outlet type of thing. I'm not getting that. I'm also not getting anything that's adding something new to my life. Okay? I do find some things relatable, and that is fine, but that is it. If a story just has to offer you something to relate to, I don't think that's enough to make a story that you enjoy as a reader. Maybe it's still a good story, but maybe it's not enough to make you enjoy it. If it's just, you know, the relatableness of a story. And I think that's enough of a monologue. I've wasted almost 10 minutes without having read any chapter yet. So, I just wanted to give you the reason why I'm not into Vagabond without hopefully being disrespectful. If you enjoy Vagabond or if you're a creator, I'm not here to diss creators of stories. They're already so many steps ahead of me. I could never. That would be arrogant as fuck. And as I said, I do admire Inoue. I think he's one of the coolest dudes out there, and especially one of the greatest mangaka out there. So I'm not trying to bash anyone when I just try to tell you why my tastes differ. Okay? That is the entire reason why this tangent here exists. And now reading the chat. Sorry for ignoring you for so long, but that monologue, it had to happen. Vagabond streams are more painful and interesting than ChainsawMan ones. Okay. Honestly, I don't remember anything from Vagabond except the nice pictures, but no context for them. So I think it being boring is very valid. Oh yeah, you've read it. You've read Vagabond. Yeah, I remember you told me. Just you wait. OyasumiPunpun will change you. I hope not. I hope not. But okay. Vagabond Volume 7. Start. Inshun is coming. Tomorrow. Oh my god. Maybe take a bath. Maybe shave your face. Oh god, is this foreshadowing? He should be dead. Duel's Eve. But is that a dream? A nightmare? Yeah. Probably a nightmare. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Oh my god. This is so creepy. He's picturing Inshun in the tree. Damn it. That's such a perfect face, though. Look at the proportions and the ratio and everything. It's a perfect face. The hell? Yeah. It's not nightmares, it's just his simulations that he's going through in his head while he's training. Okay. In all his simulations, Inshun defeats him. Man, that's kind of not good for your for your ego, I guess. You again? I don't have any food for you today. That's a wolf. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Summer has passed. Now it's fall. I did all I could. But what have you actually accomplished? Spending all this time alone in the mountains? Was it merely for your own satisfaction? I've been trading with the great Hozoin Inne. I've made progress. Inne is great, but he's getting old and frail. He can't compare to Inshun's youth and vigor. If it were just a matter of training for a month or two, then anyone could become a master. No need to stay out in the woods until morning. I'll make the first move. That's right, catching the opponent off guard is just another strategy. You seem still too scared of him. In my eyes, I don't think you're ready. I think you need to get your life together and then come back, like in 10 years or so. Haha. Beware, Inshun. The fight's already begun. I feel like a kid. I'm so excited I can't sleep. Man is not off guard. He has his weapon ready and sharpened, and he's sitting there waiting for you. The chapters are so short. Ah, that's a dog. I thought that was a wolf. Looks similar to a cat, but actually it is very different. Is that the definition of a dog or just this particular dog that we saw in the chapter? The chapters are really short. I couldn't imagine reading that. How was this serialized? Like once a week, perhaps? Can't be with that detailed art. Maybe once a month. So once a month you get these 20 pages? Or maybe it was, you know, bi-monthly. No, bi-monthly would mean every other month, right? It'd be bi-weekly. I don't. Anyway, just to read those short chapters and then wait, and then read those short chapter again, and then wait again. At first it was weekly, later on monthly. See, I don't know. I'm already having a hard time sticking with Vagabond when I'm reading like 10 chapters in one sitting. Imagine getting basically crumbs every week. Or month. I would have dropped that shit harder and faster than anything. Duel's Eve too. Inshin, I'm here. Sending him telepathic signals. And him receiving the signal. Oh, it's the mana waves, right? Goddamn, I hate so many comics that I'm reading. So far, I'm not really enjoying Vagabond. I'm not enjoying the beginning after the end. And I'm not enjoying Jujutsu Kaisen so far. Which I like that actually. The only series I really binged was Jujutsu Kaisen. Read 100 chapters in one night. I can't. I would have dropped that at volume 1. Volume 0, chapter 0, a few pages in, I would have dropped that. But volume 1, I would have read maybe that and then dropped it and then never come back. I'm still sticking with Jujutsu Kaisen because people told me it gets better. If I didn't have that reassurance, I wouldn't be reading that, really. I wouldn't. But same with Vagabond. I heard it starts out slow, but it picks up later on. So I'm waiting for that. I even asked a friend who's a Vagabond fan, can you tell me when it gets better? Unfortunately, he said he doesn't have an answer, because to him it was good from the beginning, so... yeah. I dropped Jujutsu Kaisen 2. I only kept reading because I already had volumes 2 and 3 at home. There's a huge leap in quality in volume 2. Yeah, you're giving me hope, which is why I'm sticking around, but so far, I'm just saying, so far, I'm not enjoying Vagabond, Jujutsu Kaisen, and the beginning after the end. Here I go. And again, running simulations and dying in all of them, having flashbacks. Who the fuck is that? Is that his dad? He's still imagining his dad. Oh my god, that's so Kafkaesque. And I don't mean Kafkaesque in the sense that, you know, you're in a newly industrialized, urbanized world where everything is so different than how societies were so far, and you're overwhelmed as an individual in a world that doesn't care for you because of individualism and capitalism and so on. No, I mean Kafka is in like he has daddy issues too. He had daddy issues too. He could never overcome his dad's influence on his life. And I think we're seeing that here too. If that is his dad. I think it's his dad. You're still imagining his dad. Yep, he needs to beat the dad inside of him. That's done a job on his life in order to move on and become more powerful. You're pathetic, Takizo. Can't you make any progress? Father, it can't be. You realize you have no chance of winning, so you resort to this surprise attack. But you can't even go through with it. Wait, what? Huh. This is a dream. It has to be a dream. You haven't changed one bit. You know, imagining your parents being disappointed in you or reprimanding you is one of the most damning things you can do to your own self. It does a number on your confidence, on your self-consciousness, on your ego. Yeah. I also when I dream about, I don't know, my family saying they're disappointed in me or that I should have done something else instead of what I've done. Yeah, that doesn't feel nice. Doesn't feel nice at all. You give in to your fear and choose treachery. You escaped from Incheon in terror, and now you're attempting to attempting a sneak attack. You tried the same thing on me one night, didn't you? You haven't changed it at all since then. I am making progress. I'm going to be incredible. It takes some time to get rid of your identity completely and of your entire personality and decisive moments in your life to not have an influence on you anymore. That takes some time, and I can still smell the garlic on my fingers from yesterday. I'm going to be invincible. Absurd. Oof. This is a dream. It has to be. You weakling. Why pretend to be strong? I am strong. Aw. You're still a little childish. It's cute to see because, yeah, people can change that fast. And I mean, all on their own. He's just 21. And he's just lived his entire life alone without having any guidance. Like, it's one thing to have a parent, it's just like, you're a disappointment, you shouldn't do that, this is bad. And having a parent that shows you the way that things should be done, you know? He never had any guidance, he was shunned from the village, he just had 2 friends. And he even gave up those. Actually, one betrayed him, and he gave up the other friend that he was in love with. So he can become strong and find his place in this world. Yeah, it's hard to raise yourself and to inspire yourself, motivate yourself, and find a path for yourself, you know, when you have nothing to give you any guidance, any I don't know, a checklist at least. When you're doing everything on your own, yeah, that takes some time, a lot of hurdles, a lot of nasty falls. But yeah, it's admirable that he's still basically able to step back from himself and see himself from a second perspective. Not just from inside himself and seeing the world from inside himself, like he's the center and the world is around him and he's observing the world. No, he can also step back and look at himself. Like he is the world around him and he is looking at him in the center and giving feedback to himself. So he can basically distance himself from himself and give feedback and have conversations with his inner self and his social self. That makes any sense, what I said. That he can still kind of raise himself by imagining what he looks like to the outside world. And how he would react to himself if he saw himself outside of his own body, like as a third person. I don't know if I'm making sense, but he's admirable. He's very admirable. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, we all do that to some degree, but I just want to say, him looking really childish to us. And this panel here, him drawn as a child, Yeah, that just helps drive home to the reader, like, look how childish he is. He's still his old self. Us thinking that he's so childish. I mean, of course. Of course. He is still young. He's 21. And he's been on his own. Or this entire raising, educating, training himself. Yeah. That is what's gonna happen. I am strong. I'm on my way to becoming invincible. Why must you interfere? I am the mightiest. I will not let you get in my way. Yeah. You shall die soon. It went back into the woods. What a horrible storm. It reminds me of the Battle of Sekigahara. So much mud. I wonder how Matahachi is doing. Have you made a name for yourself? Ah, he shaved, finally. It's almost dawn. Matahachi, I don't think I'll survive long enough to make a name for myself. Otsu. 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 Yeah, he misses her. I don't want to die. On solitary nights in the woods, Musashi occasionally passed time carving Buddha statues. Oh. Oh, he has an artistic streak too. He had quite a talent for it. But for Musashi, oh, look at those brushstrokes there. So cool. But for Musashi, tonight's poor example of his craft was the foreboding sign of the next day's duel. Oh my god, I fucking hate so many. Oh, too much. Dawn. It's dawn. Inshin is coming. What chapter are you reading? This is chapter 62. And hello. Unbelievable. How can I be praying? Evil. A demon's child. That's what people used to call me. Okay. You're evil, demon's child. You fiend, you beast. I'm the son of a swordsman. I'm not one of you. The son of a swordsman. I am who I am. Yeah. His father's influence was so big on his life. Poor boy. Poor boy. I must follow my own path. Everyone shunned me, but I was the one who turned my back on them. I'm leaving this pathetic town. But actually... Actually... I enjoyed spending time with you. Aww. Otsu, you were the only one. May she have a happy life. Did I fall asleep? The day's done? Huh. Ha ha ha. I survived one more day. Huh. How absurd. What am I anyway? I'm nothing. If I'm destined to die, then that's alright too. Inshun of Hozoin is the strongest opponent I've ever encountered. Not bad for what could be my final fight. Yes, I'm blessed. You're still here. Musashi. There they are. Now kiss. Forgive me, I overslept. I'm sorry, Inshin. Ha ha ha, see, master, he didn't run away. See, Agon. What nerve, he was asleep? Is he fearless or just an idiot? Oh my god, already cracking his neck, oh no. Oh no, he's getting stretched, oh no. Oh no. Shit. The Hozoing cross-shaped spear, inherited from Master Inne. This shall be my weapon, agreed? Fine. He just has a wooden sword. Well then. It looks as if you're ready. Come, are you really gonna fight at night? You can't even see shit. Da. Running sound effects, okay. Crackle. Spider's thread. I'm not gonna zoom in, that's... Well then, Musashi, as a devout monk, I must ask you... The noises he makes, the old man noises like... Should you die, where shall I take your bones? My bones. Death. If that's my fate, then I must accept it. I will accept it. He doesn't want to die. My bones, bury them right here. Yeah, a nice place. All right then. I, Inne, shall be the witness of this battle. You may begin. Inshin is just a man. He's just a man. This looks so good. Look at the art, man. Oh. Look at this. You don't have that in manga anymore. Like today, I mean. In today's manga. You rarely have that. This is a surprise. That graceless bloodthirst is gone. The brutish rage he used to project, he's managing to keep it contained. It may just be the flickering of the fire, or the way his shadow is moving, or it might be the darkness behind him. I just don't recall Musashi being so big. Yeah, he is. He's huge. Is he? Somehow, Musashi's different than before. Hagon, yes, don't even blink. Whoever wins, it'll be over in an instant. Oh, a quick duel? I'm not supposed to blink? Must. Unnecessary cruelty. Yes, master. That is true. That was unnecessary. How much time has passed? Heaven and earth. Why haven't they moved? They're just assessing each other. Maybe they can just put their weapons aside and say, like, yeah, you win. Yeah, let's agree, you win. Just like in some chess duels, when they just make a few moves, and then the other one already throws their king, called the king, right? And the king down because they both know, because they're such chess masters, they know how it's gonna end. So why even bother playing and wasting time when they both know? So just one of them throws the king down. Could it be they can't move? It's called the king, yes. Yeah, okay. I can understand why Musashi's frozen up. Facing Inshun the last time has forever scorched fear into his memory. We should play chess. Nah, I'm so bad at chess. That is obvious. But why won't Inshun make a move? Agon. Must the fight always be so conspicuous? Master? This fight. It's a contest of wills. Their souls are interlocked. Trying to gain the upper hand. Yeah. They're soulmates. How romantic. Interesting. Musashi is completely different. Looks like I've... Need to fucking zoom in again. Interesting. Musashi is completely different. Looks like I've roused a sleeping tiger. Musashi, I'm so excited I have goosebumps. Whoosh. That spear is really cool. Look. Yeah, he's dead. No? Wait, what? Was that a simulation again? Not used to that weapon, the Hozoing cross-shaped spear. Mustn't get distracted. Once your heart is preoccupied, your sword will not be true. See everything in its entirety, effortlessly. That is what it means to truly see. Beneath the vastness of these starry heavens, Inshun and I both are insignificant. Inshun, why do you retreat? Did he retreat? Yeah, he did. Heaven and earth. Sir, as the 4 seasons between heaven and earth flow in endless cycle, so too must man work his way through his own cycle of seasons continuous. The fuck? Seasons continuous. Sir? Ha! The teachings of my own master. Master Inne, your master? Inshun, he's still so young. Why haven't I noticed that before now? If you're able to endure a long, hard winter, a fresh new spring is sure to follow, invigorated with strength, renewed. Well, Musashi, it seems you have survived the latest winter of your training. This Merrick. Look at this. Man. Stop with the flashbacks. True, true. I think we're gonna be able to finish the entire volume today. A smile? How could Musashi be so confident? I don't understand. Mustn't let myself get intimidated. Wait a minute. I've been seeking out the most formidable opponent I could find. I have no fears, and I feel that I'm very close to achieving perfection. The one thing I lack is the experience of mortal combat. A fight so intense it brings me to the brink of death. An enemy so strong I must risk everything I have, and that's what I've been seeking out. Such intensity. This is not the Musashi I've faced before. If you indeed have developed into a formidable opponent, then I owe you my gratitude. Yeah! I will be undefeatable. Okay, after this fight, I will be undefeatable. Legacy. It's starting. I can see everything clearly. Everything down to the movement of his long eyelashes. It's cute how he has to note that they're long eyelashes. So, actually, yeah, they're really long. But why do I feel too calm? I'm facing the most powerful opponent I've ever known. I'm in mortal danger. Should I be feeling like this? I feel so calm. And my vision is so clear, I can even see the veins of leaves in the background. Papa. He's totally vulnerable, and yet he leaves nothing open. Gulp. Master Inne, may I inquire? Why did you take Musashi on as a disciple? So Inne can evolve. Inshun, sorry. A disciple he is not. But you trained him. You trained a man to defeat Inshun. Why, sir? Master, this may not be an appropriate time, but some of the disciples are not confident in Inshun's abilities as the second generation master of Hozoin. Myoe. He knows only too well how inferior he is to Inshun. But what is it? Master Inne, your heart is open to us. You're generous and kind, but Inshun, he is... Don't compare us. But sir, people feel that Inshun is, as a person, that he's too aloof and detached. Agon, do you feel the same way? I do not. But Inshun's remoteness, it fosters fear and jealousy in the others. Many disciples are discontent, and with the rumor that you have been training Musashi for this duel, it stirred up Myoe and the others even more. The disciples are very confused. You're blabbering. It's distracting me from the duel. Agon, you are a good man. I will confide in you. I have not much time left in this world. Agon, let me ask you. I, Hozoin Kakuzembo Inne, was born into this world. But to what end? For what reason was I born? Master. Sorry. You developed the Hozoin spear technique, and you've passed your legacy down to future generations. The technique, yes, Master. There are a few to which I have passed down the mechanical aspects of my technique, yes. Mechanical aspects? What do you mean? As my body weakens, I've come to realize I haven't passed on the most important thing to Inshun. The legacy that a master must pass on to his successor. It still remains inside here. I will not die until I've passed it on to him. I cannot. Master Inne, Yagyu Muneyoshi has arrived, sir. Yagyu Muneyoshi has arrived, sir. Who the fuck? That's Inne when he was young. That's a flashback. Okay, and this is, okay. Probably the grandfather of, Yagyu... Not Denshichiro. Maybe Denshichiro, yeah, actually he does resemble more Denshichiro than... Forgot the older brother's name. I forgot it. Kamiizumi Ise no Kami will also be arriving momentarily, sir. The fuck kind of name is that? Kamiizumi Ise no Kami. The fuck? A literal god will appear? Will be arriving momentarily, sir. Kamiizumi Ise no Kami. The master swordsman. Cough. What the fuck? "76 years, I've lived a long life." Which is a lot more than what people used to live for in Europe. At the same time, you know, the most, like, you were really considered lucky if you lived up to 40 in Europe during that time. And you still have a long way to go. You have at least another 30 years to go. Otsu. The master. Come sit with me. No, the Yoshioka. I'm sorry. Yagyu is this one. The Yoshioka Denshichiro. Oh, sorry. I completely mistook the names. Yagyu. Okay, Yagyu, we know. Yagyu, separate style. And then the Yoshioka style, school. Okay, we got that. And Denshichiro and Seijiro are from the Yoshioka clan. Okay, sorry, I mistook that. Come sit with me. He has a hawk on his shoulder. No, on his arm. What the fuck? You'll catch a cold out here, sir. Can't you sleep? It's not that. You must be careful. A cold can lead to... Sit down, Otsu. I don't know who you are, but I think it's time you show yourself. You must be tired of waiting there in the dark, and you won't be able to attack me by surprise. Gasp. I am Gion Toji, senior disciple of Yoshioka Seijiro of the 8 Kyoto styles. He came here after watching that first fight between Musashi and Inshun. Okay. What for? Sorry. Yoshioka. I'm fully aware of my impertinence, however, I have lost my way. I witnessed someone with skills beyond my comprehension. I am ashamed to say that I did not even face him in combat. Any dignity that I may have had has been shattered. I like this character. Nice development. Or perhaps I've lost my mind. I've never been afraid of death. I would like to meet my end on my own terms. Spoken like a true samurai. I would like to die fighting the mightiest of warriors, the indomitable Yagyu Sekshu Sai Muneyoshi. That's ridiculous. How selfish can you be? Otsu, stay seated. Whoosh. The yawning shows that it's very interesting and engaging. Hello again. I want to ask you, Vagabond so far, is it worth reading? I want your personal opinion. For my personal opinion, watch the stream once I finish the first 8 minutes. There I give you my opinion. I'm gonna finish this volume today. Sorry. Come back in like an hour and watch the stream. The first 8 minutes, I give you my feedback there. I mean, if you're into very quiet, introspective manga that are just about sword fighting, then Vagabond is for you. If you're like me, then it's not for you. I would like to die. Yeah, okay, we read that. She said it early in the stream. We can check the beginning. Yeah. Dead? How did you... Master? What's going on? Hey, what are you doing? You bastard. We finally managed to send Yoshioka Denshichiro away, and now Seijiro's disciple shows up. Bastard, how did you get in? You're lucky you're not dead. Gion Toji, if you're lost, you should seek the aid of your own master, not me. The more dedicated one is to the sword, the more likely you are to lose your way. But no man is an island unto himself. Ew, what a night. I suppose it's time to go to bed. Sir, I witnessed it for the first time. Witnessed what? Your swordsmanship. Is that what it's like to know the way of the sword? You seemed at peace and so calm. The fighting, I know, is full of rage and fury. Seeing the difference almost makes me want to cry. And it makes me want to hug him. Hug him! He's a cute old grandpa. Hug him. Ah, yes, your childhood friend. Your fighting styles are completely opposite. Is he still alive? Yes, he is. What was his name again? Miyamoto Musashi. So she knows of his name change. And now we're back to them. This entire volume, it's still just the fight. We've read 133 pages and the fight still hasn't even happened. They're still just standing there around each other. Have you seen anything like this before, Agon, sir? A confrontation of wills so intense, neither can afford to make a move. It's absolutely draining on both fighters. Even Inshun? Take a close look. Inshun just might be on the losing end. What a fight where none of them move! Oh my god, just if you compare those cool, dynamic shonen battles with the coolest animation, imagine this battle. They're just standing there, looking at each other. And the audience is commenting on what's going on. While they're still just standing and looking at each other. What a contrast. What a contrast. Miyamoto Musashi. That's his name? Never heard of him. What's he like? Tell me about him. Papa. Who is Miyamoto Musashi? He follows the way of the sword? Well, he used to be called Shinmen Takezo. He was feared by everyone in the village because he was so violent. You certainly do seem to enjoy talking about him. Do you love him? Well, do you? Huh. Miyamoto Musashi. A man living in a world of rage and fury. I used to be the same way, until I had the chance to meet my master. The mighty Kami-Izumi Ise no Kami Hidetsuna, I have respect for you, but you're already 50 years old. This fight is mine. Oh, there he is, the literal god. Yeah, the great lord. He's come to resemble a dog. Oh, he looks cute. Like, his eyes are so big and sparkly. How long have I been reading this? Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this volume. We're almost done. Just 2 more chapters. Yagyu, you mustn't be so rash. You'll undermine your true strength if you get too worked up. Yagyu Tajima no Kamimune Yoshi. Quite an intense young man. The names at that time were so cool. 67 Kami-Izumi Ise no Kami Hidetsuna. Look at that name. What's this? Intimidating me with his ki? Yeah, that's the mana. The ki. No, this is a reflection of myself. It's my own bloodthirst. Ise no Kami has no bloodthirst whatsoever. How? How can that be? No one can deny that he's the great— I'm so fucking bored of this sword and fighting and— oh my god. All of them just contemplating the sword and the real way to fight and how to stand and how to duel. Oh my god, I can't take it anymore. Oh my god. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's the same men going through the same things, facing an opponent, finding their master, contemplating their lives and their techniques, having inner thoughts and monologues about their opponent and themselves, and so it's the same thing. Everyone does it. Inshun does it. We've seen him have this inner monologue about his path and his fighting path. We've seen that with even with Matahachi, even though Matahachi is the most interesting because things happen in his life. We've seen that with Takezo, we've seen that now with this, with every character that gets shown. We had the same thing happen again and again. And everyone arrives at the same conclusion all the time. Oh my god. When is this gonna end? I can't take it anymore. Is 7 volumes enough? I'm gonna finish this volume and then not get back into Vagabond. I can't. People need to tell me, when does it get better? Please, when does it do something else except that, which I described now in frustration? When does it give me something else? Oh my god. Oh god, I actually fell asleep for a moment and woke up just now. Yeah, Oh my god, no one can deny that the greatest— Okay, you gotta do it too now. What's your way of the sword, huh? I do not care for the way of the sword at all. I do not need it, okay? We're in a mass extinction event. I do not care for the sword, okay? Like there's people dying because of, you know, capitalism and the environment being destroyed. I do not care for the sword. The sword is not gonna make the world better. I don't know, man. I really don't care for the sword. I do not care for the martial arts. Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's okay if you do. If you care. If that's your path. I'm just saying it doesn't do it for me. I'm so fucking bored. I cannot relate at all. I really don't care about the sword and the way of the sword. I do not. I do not. It's like, take any type of art out there and now make an entire series about their thoughts on that art. Yeah, okay, maybe if you're, let's say, painting. Okay, painting. Oil painting in specific. Oil painting in the impressionist style. Okay, or oil painting in general. Let's take in general. And you have many different styles of oil paintings and such, and techniques to use. Okay, let's take oil paintings. If you're not into oil painting yourself and finding your own style and contemplating the art itself, I don't think reading an entire manga series about the philosophy behind oil paintings and people contemplating their style of oil painting and the techniques is gonna do anything to you, okay? It's gonna enrich you in any way. I'm sorry, I'm just not interested in reading about people thinking about their art. I'm really not. I couldn't be less interested in something. Yeah, I enjoy art, okay? The finished products. And maybe I want to get into art myself too. But reading a series about characters thinking about the meaning behind oil paintings, for example, and honing their oil painting techniques, and you watch them hone their techniques, and then, I don't know, let's say they have an art competition in oil paintings, and before they even start the first stroke, they look at each other the entire volume and think about how they can one-up their opponent in the oil painting. Take any art, okay? Take any art. It is not interesting to me. to read an entire manga series about people philosophizing their interpretation and their path into this art. I am so not interested. I can't do anything with that. Give me a good story. I read manga for the story. I read manga to get to know someone's inner creations, you know, creating worlds, characters, people, and their struggles and so on. I want to read a good story. I do not care about, if I want to read about the philosophy of anything, I'm going to take a book, read some discourse of whatever topic that I'm interested in. Let's say, international relations, and you have several different people who wrote books on that and how to approach that. Or, I don't know, let's say political science. Then you have so many people that you can read if you're interested in political science, and then read about their takes on the entire topic. Yes, then I would read that. But I'm reading fiction and comics to get good stories, to be inspired by good stories, world building and art and so on. Vagabond just misses my point in why I'm reading manga in general, which is why I don't vibe with it. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. Like, I want just a good story that gives me inspiration for my own future endeavors in perhaps creating a story, okay? That's something that I wish to do one day. And I want to see how other people do it. This is not a piece of fiction that someone has created. This is just a biography on the philosophy on an art. I do not care about that. I really don't. As I said, if I want to get to know some thoughts on specific topics that I'm interested in myself, like let's say political science, then I'm gonna read those, okay? I'm gonna take those books, read the discourse on that topic, and have that be useful to me, if I want to use that knowledge in a meaningful way too. Yes, then I will do that and read that. This is not offering me anything that I can take away from. I cannot gain anything from reading Vagabond. Not on a creative level, or some, you know, or some on a self-fulfilling level, nor on any type of level. I do not care about the philosophy on the sword. I'm not the target audience reader of this manga. I recognize that now. I'm not the target this is supposed to be read by. I do not belong within the target readership. And I needed to come to that conclusion on stream within 7 volumes. I'm surprised it took me that long, but maybe that's not even, long enough. Maybe I could have been convinced in volume 8 or something, but I can't. I'll drop this today. I can't read Vagabond anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna put myself through that. And I think it also would be disrespectful for viewers who really enjoy Vagabond and want to see someone react to the manga that they love. I can't lie to you, and you're probably not enjoying someone who's not enjoying what you enjoy. So I'm not gonna put any viewers through this. I'm not gonna put me through this. I am officially admitting on stream that I am not interested in Vagabond, and Vagabond is not interested in readers like me. Like, our interests, they diverge, Vagabond's and mine. And it's a completely okay thing. Okay? I am okay with it. Everyone else should be okay with it. It is okay. that I'm not part of the target readership. This is not for me. I'm dropping. I'm not even sure I want to continue volume 7. The more I read of these, the more upset I get, and the more I want to just drop it. I'm just gonna drop it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna read the chat now. I have no idea. I only remember the pictures laughing. This is why I love Vagabond streams, because I get just so frustrated. Does that mean you're not looking forward to the Musashi learns oil painting arc? I'm really not. I'm really not. That person lived hundreds of years ago. He achieved all his dreams. Good for him. He inspired so many people. Good for him. Good for them. I'm not interested in him. I'm really not. A lot of interesting people existed, but I'm not interested in them. The best arc, in my opinion, he is staring at the canvas for 40 chapters in philosophical painting in his mind. Slow clap. Oh, I'm enjoying this very much. I am happy you are enjoying this. I can't do this anymore. Dropping this at volume 7. I'm sorry, I can't go through with this. It's just not my thing. I'm just bored in every fucking stream. I'm not interested. So, sorry about that. I hope you don't take offense in that, whoever might be watching this and is really into Vagabond and can derive some value out of reading Vagabond. I cannot. It's not a bad thing. It's not that Vagabond failed. It's just that Vagabond and I, different paths, okay? Different interests. So yeah. Well, I guess that concludes the Vagabond series, Let's Read series on my channel. I went back on my own word that I'm gonna give it 10 to 15 volumes. I just can't. I can't. Why do I need to put myself through 10 entire volumes in order to find some enjoyment in this? I get so much more enjoyment within the first volume of Dorohedoro. There you go. Yeah, this is not me. This is not for me. And I am not for a Vagabond. So next time we're instead of Vagabond, we're starting to read Slam Dunk. We're staying with the Inoue theme, okay? Slam Dunk, because unlike Vagabond, I enjoyed the few chapters that I read of Slam Dunk. So I'm gonna read Slam Dunk next time. Or because I said I want to read interviews. Like every time that I conclude a manga series, I want to read interviews with the creators and get more insight into this work of theirs and so on. I don't know if I should do that next time, so after concluding the Vagabond series on my channel, or if I should do that after Slam Dunk. I'm gonna think about that, but yeah, Slam Dunk next time is the next series that will replace Vagabond. Because yeah, I had so much fun with Slam Dunk. I think I only read like 25 or 40 or so chapters, maybe 40 chapters, and those were fun. So I want to get back, and I also like basketball. So so that's a sport that I can kind of find some enjoyment in, like just the martial art of sword fighting. I can't do anything with that. It's not a sport that you go watch and that you, I don't know, have people watching and being in a frenzy and I don't know, cheering for teams. Nah. So I'm officially giving up on Vagabond and picking Slam Dunk instead. Now, I have a theory. Without having read any interviews, without knowing anything about Inoue, okay? I just know that Inoue started with Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk was a big hit. It's a fun read. So many people enjoyed it. It's still one of the best shonen and considered the best sports manga out there. So Inoue really did something when he made Slam Dunk, okay? And then he traded balls for wisdom. So he chose Vagabond for some wisdom. Now, we know that since 2008 or so, Inoue hasn't fucking touched Vagabond. And I think you're okay if you assume that this wisdom that he traded his balls for, that this wisdom told him, now, better go back to balls. So instead, he's just drawing more basketball manga now. We know he's working on basketball manga instead of Vagabond. Readers of Vagabond are there waiting like, oh, it's just on a hiatus. Like, he's gonna come back, I'm sure of it. Bitch, I think he got so bored of Vagabond himself that he decided, like, no, I can't continue this. I need to go have some fun with basketball again. I think he bored himself to death, almost. And before he died, he was like, what is my purpose? Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I drawing Vagabond? Instead of drawing basketball manga, where I create something, stories, characters. Why am I drawing someone else's life that I'm so not interested in? I want basketball. This is my headcanon now of Inoue. Please just take this with fun, okay, with humor. Please don't take me too seriously when I say this. It's just what I like to imagine, as I am being bored by Vagabond so much that I'm imagining, oh, it would be fun if Inoue went through the same thought process. He was like, I love basketball. Now let's try something new, something more mature, something more for the brain, or for the soul. And then he's like, nah, fuck this shit. That was a good run. Like, okay, you took 10 or 20 years of my life, but I'm gonna go back to my basketball, to my actual fucking passion. This is the headcanon that I have. But we'll find out when we read interviews with Inoue. I just can't do this anymore. Reading the chat now before I go say bye-bye. I very much support this. It gets good at volume 576 was never a good argument for me. Yeah, same. Holy shit, Slam Dunk. This was Elda's farming arc. Yeah! To be fair, I never really got into Slam Dunk. It has many of the same hangups as Vagabond to me. I read just 40 chapters, and those were fun. But I will find out if they stay fun. Okay? This is why I'm gonna read Slam Dunk. I'm gonna not be so biased because I just read what I read and I had fun with that. But at some point I also stopped because I was like, okay, I can do different things. But I want to get back into it, try again, and see if it's gonna keep me hooked. Okay? If it's gonna bore me just like Vagabond, then I'm gonna drop Slam Dunk too. I'm serious. I'm not just being like a simp for a mangaka just because he's so famous and talented and recognized in the industry. Really, as I said, all respect to all mangaka out there. There's some basic type of respect I have for all. And depending on what they draw, what they depict, that respect can decline or increase. With Inoue, it's really high. Like, the respect I have for him is really high. So if I drop Slam Dunk and I dropped Vagabond, it just means I don't vibe with Inoue, okay? It doesn't mean that he's bad or that I look down on him and his craft. No. It just means that I don't vibe with it. I still respect him and I respect his fans. And I can see why they love it. It's just that I don't have the same criteria for that love to blossom, okay? I don't have that in me. So I'm gonna be very open-minded about Slam Dunk, just as I've been with Vagabond. But I'm also gonna be strict. If I don't like it, if I don't enjoy it, I'm not gonna put anyone, not you, not me, through it. So, but I'll give it a try because I want to try another Inoue creation and see how he is when he does everything from scratch. You know, the story, the characters, the art, and so on. When he invents what's going on, when he has control of the flow and the story, I want to see his creativity, how he is when he does everything from scratch. And then I can truly say, like, okay, maybe his works are either not my style because they're adaptations and boring in and of themselves, or I don't like his creations because I don't vibe with him and how he creates stuff. Like, it doesn't matter if they're adaptations or completely his own thing. I want to see if I don't vibe with Inoue because of either that or the other reason. So, with that being said, okay, more chat messages. The interview mentions his this in much more polite and sophisticated words. Wait, what? To be fair, I never really got into... Okay, also last Vagabond chapter was 2013 or 16. I have no idea. I just know that... I have no idea. Okay, I do not know. I had no idea. Maybe he hasn't given up on Vagabond. Maybe he is gonna come back to it. But maybe he just needed a real fucking break from the boringness in order to be able... Just like I need those days between each Vagabond read with other manga that I actually enjoy in order to have the strength to go back into Vagabond. Each week I was like dreading Vagabond, but because I read the interesting manga that I'm really into, I get the strength to go through the dread with Vagabond. So maybe he is like that too. But yeah, I don't know what you mean, Epi, with the interview mentions this in much more polite and sophisticated words. I have no idea which interview and what you're talking about. Good stream. True, you know, it'd be like wheelchair basketball over boring samurai swoosh swoosh. Hey, maybe my headcanon is true. I joined at the right time, Elda's rant, and it's over now. Slam Dunk and Deep Purple. Haikyuu does everything Slam Dunk does, but much better in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna have to see that too, because I love Haikyuu. I love Haikyuu. But also remember that Slam Dunk was basically a pioneer in the genre, okay? In sports manga. It influenced so many other sports manga after, and it's completely okay if sports manga that come after Slam Dunk do a better job. It's like, you know, Devilman. It reads like a shitpost, the original Devilman. But every mangaka that Devilman inspired does such a good job at basically trying to portray or communicate the same things, which is okay, but you still gotta recognize Devilman for what it is. And same thing with Slam Dunk. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna see how I enjoy it. And yeah. How about read Real instead of Slam Dunk? But Slam Dunk is complete. Better start with that. Yeah. I want to start with Slam Dunk and not Real. Real maybe later on. Maybe. But yeah, this is it now. Vagabond is dropped, and also I put the wrong title in the Twitch stream. I fucking knew something would go wrong. So, thank you for joining me on this enlightenment journey where I get enlightened about the fact that I don't like Vagabond. And speaking of Devilman, have you seen Devilman Crybaby? Stop it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I didn't, but I learned something new. Okay, I learned something new about myself and about how I approach manga. Okay? At least I got something valuable out of this. This is a lesson I had to learn through pain, and this is okay. This is life. Totally fine. So, the next stream is on Monday, and it's gonna be solo leveling and ChainsawMan. Thank God. Alright, thank you for joining. You replaced Vagabond to Slam Dunk? Yes. Thank you for joining. It was a short ride, but I can't do this anymore. So, wait, what? Sad? We are still in Angry Musashi arc. Not, I think it get much better with Musashi later. Nah, I can't do this. So, hope you have a nice day, evening, or night wherever you are. Have a nice weekend, and see you next time. Bye bye.